What's going on, Ghost Squad? Trey here with Ghost Tactical here at my beautiful range at Cleveland County Shooting Club in Heber Springs, Arkansas. And right now we're going to go through the April 2019 edition of Drill of the Month. This drill is called Connect the Dots. And basically what we're going to be working on this month is quick target acquisition, moving from different targets, having to think which target we're going to be moving to, and then following directions between 1, 2, and 3 shots. Now, as you can see the target here, we have a total of 18 shots. You're going to at least need 2 magazines, if not 3, to do this drill. And what we're going to do here is we're going to reload at certain points. Now, obviously, you can start anywhere on this target and shoot whatever the corresponding number is to that circle. And then you can move to the next circle only to the ones that are connected by the line. So if you start on this number 2, you shoot here, you can either go to this number 1 or to this number 3. It makes no difference where you start, just follow the directions of what the circle tells you, and if it says 3 to reload, then we're going to reload. But what we're going to talk about this month is the reload. And there are 2 basic types of reload, and I get asked all the time what the difference is and can I show it. So we're going to utilize them in this one. You don't have to, but I'm going to utilize both types of reloads in my shooting of the drill. But you have the speed reload and the tactical reload. So let's quickly go over the 2 types of reloads. The first one we're going to talk about is the speed reload. And this is what most people are going to do. Before we get going, I just want to show you that this gun is clear. But if you're running and gunning, whether you're in a firefight or you're in a competition or you're at the range, whatever you're doing, you're training, the best thing that most people do is a speed reload. What's going to happen is you're running and you could run dry. So you fire that last shot, it's going to be in slide lock. At this point, all you're going to do is drop that magazine, insert another magazine, and continue the fight, okay? That's the best way to do it as far as a speed reload. Now, you can do a speed reload while there are still rounds in that magazine, but if you know you might be getting towards the end and you're not really exactly sure, you can go ahead and do a speed reload. But a speed reload is, like I said, you're going to drop the magazine, insert another one, and you're gone. Now let's talk about a tactical reload. A tactical reload can be used in several different manners. It can be used primarily, mostly though, in maybe competition, or if you are in a firefight for some ungodly reason, you get in a firefight, a tactical reload might be good because what it's going to do is you're not just going to drop the magazine. Okay, so let's say that we're shooting, we know we're getting close to that magazine, and we don't know how many rounds are left, but we know it's getting close. You have a second or 2 to find some cover, and at that point, what we're going to do is instead of just dropping this and inserting another one, what we're going to do is we're going to crimp this magazine in between our middle and index fingers, okay? And we're going to grab with our index and our thumb, we're going to grab the old magazine and straight insert this, and we're back in the fight. Now, this magazine might have rounds left in it, which you could use later on if you need to. But all that's going to do is, we'll show it again real quick, is instead of dropping this magazine and moving on, we're going to crimp this between our middle and index finger, grab here, and just reinsert. Now, no matter what reload system you decide to go with, either the speed reload or a tactical, the biggest thing I can tell you is anytime we reload, we want to make sure that this gun is in our operating space, okay? And our operating space is right here in front of our eyes. We don't want to come down here, we start muzzling people or whatever. We want to be right here so we can see. More importantly, is if you're in a competition shoot or if you're in a firefight, you can still right here look through the gun and still see what's going on out here. So we want to reload here. If we're going to go speed reload, we drop the mag and we're back in the fight. If we're going to go with a tactical reload, we're right here, we grab, we reload, and we're back in the fight, okay? So we want to make sure that we're practicing our reloads right here in our operating space. It doesn't have to be right up here. As long as it's out here in front, make sure that muzzle's point maybe in an angle out, but right here is your operating space. We want to make sure that most reloads, if not all of them, come right here. That way we don't have to look down, we're not taking our eye off of the enemy or the target or whatever. We're right here, boom. And everything's reloading right here in front of our face and our eyes, okay? So those are the 2 reloads. So what I'm going to do for the drill of the month is when it comes to the reloads, there's 2 of them. On one of them, I'm going to go with a speed reload, and the other one, I'm going to go with a tactical reload and show you how it's done in person. So let's get our eyes and ears on, and let's go ahead and get shooting.
This month's drill is an easy concept that will force you to focus on your trigger pull, sight picture, sight alignment, and we cannot forget the reload. As you can see from the target, the circles are various sizes with how many rounds you need to place in the circle by the associated number. Staying true to the path and following along the course of the target, you will come across the measure of a reload. The question is, will you do the reload looking down or keeping your head up with the target in your view? Whichever you choose, explain your reason why, send in those videos and allow us to see your trigger control, breathing, aiming, and reloads.
Okay guys, well as you can see, I didn't shoot all that well this month. Maybe a little rushing it, had a little slappage issue and some very poor trigger control. So this month was not a good thing for me, which is a good thing because I like knowing what I have to work on. Sometimes I get going too fast, get a little lazy on the fundamentals, which is exactly what these drills are for, is thinking and getting better and more proficient. So obviously I have some work to get done, which is a fine thing. I like that. I know what I have to practice now. But guys, I really hope this drill is going to help you guys with quick target acquisition, making you think a little bit about finding where the lines are, because you're going to have to find different targets in a real world scenario or in competitive shooting. You've got to find friendly or foe targets. You've got to be able to think and move pretty quickly and acquire the target quickly as you can. Most importantly, I really hope this has helped a little bit on the reloads. Reloading is something that is often overlooked, but it is a very crucial part of being a good marksman, whether it's competition shooting or in the real world scenarios where you have to get into a gunfight and use an extra mag. Knowing how to best utilize magazine reloads, whether it's speed or tactical reloads, can help save as much time or your life as possible. And I think the biggest thing that you have to understand is you have to find the one that's best for you. Some people are good with the speed reloads and not so much with tactical. If you're good with the tactical and you like that, it's always good to kind of keep extra magazines on your person, where in your real world, sometimes you're just going to let them drop and you may forget about them and you may not give them back. But you also want to be proficient with a tactical reload as well. So it really is up to you, but please practice the reloads. And you can do that during dry firing. You can sit there and just boom, you know, just reload after reload after reload on your dry firing skills as well. So that makes sure that you are proficient in not only shooting, but the handling of your gun and your magazine. So guys, to be eligible for the drill of the month is very, very simple. All you gotta do is send us a video response of you shooting the drill, and that gets you in the lottery for a drawing to win some really cool Venture Gear tactical eye protection. Thank you so much to Venture Gear for sponsoring drill of the month. We do really appreciate you guys. Their stuff is awesome. I use it every time. There's my EDC glasses and my ear protection are Venture Gear as well, and I use them, so they're great. They're awesome. You're gonna love them. So thank you to Venture Gear. But like I said, all you gotta do is shoot the video, post it on Instagram, on GunStreamer, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you do. Tag us in it. Make sure you tag us in it so we know it's there. Or send a link to the email. drillthemonth@ghosttactical.us. Some people don't like to have their videos public. That's fine. Go ahead and just make it unlisted. Send me the link so I can see it. And like I said, at the end of the month, you're in the drawing. We'll pull a random name out for some really cool eye protection from Venture Gear Tactical. So guys, get out there and shoot. And as always, shoot often, shoot safely, and be more proficient with your firearms. We'll see you next month. Semper Fi.